All right, guys. Hmm. All right, I apologize for the delay as we are encountering a technical difficulty. I'm not too sure if you guys can hear me now. Okay, welcome, guys, to our WPAT live stream for today. I apologize for the tardy delay as we're encountering some technical difficulties. All right. Today, we're going to actually get right to the point. We're just going to talk about Forex trading. Now, to kickstart everything off, Forex trading is traded on margin. It is a high-risk investment instrument, okay, because it is traded with margin. Therefore, that means it's highly leveraged, okay? It may not be suitable for all types of investors. Whatever we're doing here today is purely for educational purposes and entertainment purposes only, okay? Let's jump right in. This whole series of the no BS trading is to make sure that you guys don't have to waste time on even, all these psychology, very subjective stuff that people always keep on talking about, and it's super redundant without getting to the point. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're going to actually talk about a very simple trading strategy everyone can kickstart. Okay? As long as you have an MT4, all you need is two indicators. Okay? I'm not even going to get into the nitty-gritty stuff of the subjective emotions, the psychology. Okay? That comes through time. So I'm not going to be here lecturing you about these so-called useless stuff without putting you through the training of actually applying something that you can use immediately. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. How to grab indicators into the screen. I hope you guys all know how, okay? The screen is already preset to show you what is required. Two things. My video is just because it's very laggy, so I apologize for that. All right, two indicators, okay? What you need is a stochastic indicator and you need the RSI, okay? Now, what is the settings? Use the preset settings, okay? Okay, sorry, the MT4 has been turned off. Hang on for a second. There we are back on. Perfect. Okay, so what are we exactly looking at on the MT4? Okay, we're basically looking at overbought zones and oversold zones. Okay, so on the MT4, what you want to actually look at, okay, is the two overbought and the two indicators matching the oversold. Okay, now how to kickstart this strategy? Super simple. Now, don't get ahead of yourself thinking you can actually start trading on every moment or every single pair, okay? What we're going to be showing you today is how to actually access, to place the trades, to enter with higher accuracy, okay? Cool. So with your stochastics and RSI ready, now you're just lacking one more thing, which is the time frame, okay? So we're going to maintain the D1 time frame, all right? Today, we're going to actually do something very simple, show you how to find nearly the best entry point. Now, if anyone tells you that a strategy is 100% accurate, okay, that is total BS. If you're paying high value money for a class where they're guaranteeing you that they're going to be super profitable, every order is going to be making money, please just stop the class, all right? Okay? Now, anyways, over here, what we're trying to do is to try to make a strategy increase its success rate and success ratio. Now, how to do that? The first secret is to actually utilize the right time frame, okay? So today we're only going to be touching on D1, all right? So what you want to do is, for example, on D1, you want to find areas like this, where you're going to have the overbought zones of the stochastics and the overbought zones of the RSI. Okay, and also what you want to do is you want to actually find the oversold, okay, areas of the RSI along with the oversold areas of the stochastics. Okay, with this being said, we can get started to see how it works. How does it work? I'm going to put a line right here to show you when is the entry point. Okay, you see on D1, if you actually see your stochastics and your RSI in line with each other, okay, all under the oversold zones, okay, then this could be a great area for you to actually enter into a buy order. Okay, so potentially you would enter around here. Okay, obviously a lot of teachers may tell you, oh, you're going to enter here. No, that's not realistic. Okay, because indicators are always very laggy in their information. So no way you'll enter at the best location. You'll always enter a bit higher. Okay, so we enter into a buy here. Okay, so why did we enter into a buy right at this location? Very easy, is because this strategy just needs to take a look at the stochastics along with the RSI. Once it's aligned with each other, there's a high potential for a very accurate entry point. Okay, so when your stochastics and RSI align on the oversold zone, there's a high probability that you can actually place a buy order with a higher success rate. Granted that you're checking out D1 only, okay? And based on history, let's take a look. It did actually go up. If you actually, exited right over here, you would have made already 9,373 points or 900 some pips, okay? If you held it a little longer, you could even go all the way up to 1,480 pips. Okay, wouldn't you be happy if that was all your profits? Okay, all right, now let's take a look at the vice versa. Right over here. Over here, you see the stochastics on the overbought section along with the RSI on the overbought, okay? Now, this could indicate a possibility for you to enter into a sell order, but where? Oh, sorry, I should delete those things. Okay, let's try again. Over here, you have your overbought zone on the stochastics and the overbought zone on your RSI. So there's a high probability that you would be placing a sell around this location, okay? Now, obviously, there are other indicators, or should I say, other signals for a more accurate entry point, but we're not going to talk about that today. Okay, we're going to be just talking about this simple strategy that you guys can start playing around with to get used to trying to see when you have a good entry point or not. Okay? Okay, so for a potential sell order, you would start over here. Now, if you actually enter into a sell, then you could have actually been able to grasp around 589 pips, or should I say 5,820-ish points in terms of profits. Okay? All right. Now, a lot of you guys may say, okay, that's just too simple. That's too easy. This is a ridiculous strategy. Well, let me tell you something, guys. Forex trading and all other things should never be made complicated. Okay? I understand that a lot of people who start trading, they'll always think you have to be very advanced. I have to make the charts look very fancy, packed with information so that I will not get false signals. Now, let me tell you something. The more complicated you're making things, okay, the more signals you will have, more errors you will actually encounter. Okay? Now, I would like you, okay, to actually take a look at all of the history on the D1 to see how much fake signals you can actually get from this one single simple strategy. Okay? All right. So, without further ado, what I want to show you is another example. Okay? Let's take another pair. Here, let's say USD JPY. Okay, a pair that a lot of people actually do trade on. All right, and let's take a look at what's around here. Okay, let's quickly take a look. Oh, it's not all that accurate here. Now, this is more clear. Okay, over here, let's take a look. Your stochastics is on the overbought zone. Okay, your RSI is on the overbought zone. So this is a high indication that you could probably enter into a sell. So then let's say if you entered into a sell over here, there's a possibility that you could have cashed in 690-ish pips in terms of profits. Okay, all right. Now, obviously, there may be some people that would say, no, but what about, certain fake signals? Let's say, what if, I entered over here? Well, let me tell you something, okay? This is not correct because this is not actually on the overbought zones yet. But even if you entered too soon, you would have still been able to cash in on roughly 400-ish pips, okay? So the key is this. It's not about the RSI being close to the overbought zone or the stochastics being close. It's got to penetrate over it, okay? So it's got to go above and beyond your overbought zones for potential sell order. And at the same time, let's say over here, okay? This is not a good location, or should I say, it is a perfect location for a buy order because it zooms all the way up. But in reality, it does not respect the strategy. Why? Because the RSI did not penetrate below the oversold zone. Okay? So to limit your risk of exposure, we have to stick to the strategy 100%. Okay? Only when it penetrates above the overbought and then below the oversold for us to have a higher accuracy for our entry points. Okay. I know I'm using a lot of terminology. Let's actually just simplify everything one more time. Okay, here, let's just check out another time in history. Okay, wow, what did I see over here? Stochastics, overbought. RSI, overbought. Let's take a look. Is this a potential time frame for me to do a sell order? Yes. All right, so all you have to look at is the stochastics and RSI on the overbought zone When it matches, this could be a good entry point for your sell order. Now, what time frame should you be looking at? D1, okay? Why? Because the higher the time frame, the lower the inaccuracy it will be. Or should I say, the higher the potential accuracy will be, okay? So for example, if we were able to cash in right over here, we place a sell order. Yes, the market did go up a little bit, but look at this. It went all the way down, all right? That's like 2,000-ish pips right over here, okay? All right. Now, a lot of you guys may be like, Raymond, but this is just using history, or the price has already occurred, so you're going to just pick and choose the best location to enter into these examples to show us. You are correct. Let me tell you something. Obviously, I'm going to try to choose the best examples to show you, okay? But guess what? If we were trading live, we'll have to actually make our own judgment whether to enter or not. And then next time I will be showing you when we actually enter. In the case we get a fake out, what do we do? Okay, that's a whole nother lesson for another time. Okay, so let's quickly do an overview of today's class very quickly. Okay, the indicators you require for this no BS trading strategy, super simple. 2 indicators already preset on the MT4, okay? Go into the oscillator section, grab out your stochastics, take out your RSI, put it on the charts, okay? If you don't know how to do that, okay, you could actually check out our other classes for more, elementary level, okay, on how to utilize the MT4, all right? Now, we're not going to spend time on this over here. We're going to just talk about the trading strategy itself, okay? Once you have the indicators on your MT4, make sure you change your time frame to D1. Why? Because D1 means 1 candle equates to 1 day. The longer the time frame, the potential higher accuracy your signals will be, because less fake outs may occur. Okay? All right. So let's actually take a look at this strategy right now in action. Oh, by the way, just a kind reminder one more time, Forex trading is traded on margin, so it is considered high risk, okay? So it may not be suitable for everyone, and what we're doing here today is not to give you actual trading signals live here, okay? What we're doing is purely for educational purposes if you do at your own risk, okay? All right, let's jump right in. Now, a lot of you guys may say, well, there's not a lot of opportunities for trading. Yeah, you are correct. It isn't. And you know why? Because I want to try to first lower your exposure as much as possible. All right. And that is why for today's lesson, we're going to only focus on D1. All right. NZD/USD. Is there any potential entry point for this? Currently, no. Because why? We're not seeing any overbought zones matching, nor do we see any oversold zones matching. So move on. Okay, now we're not going to actually just screen all of the instruments. And why is that? Because first off, we have to actually do this type of analysis only on more popular pairs. Okay, if you're going to go into the exotic pairs, the risk of spreads or higher spreads is there, and then also the inaccuracy will be there, okay, because the instability of the rare pairs. All right, so GBP/USD, we're not seeing much momentum. All right, another example, take a look at this, right, over here. Back in history, if we actually started in last year, end of last year, we would have actually been on a profitable roll. Okay, you see, oversold, good potential entry for a buy order. So then if you bought here, you would have already been making profits. But can we chase it now? No, don't. Why? Because currently at this level, There's no matching oversold or matching overbought zones for our indicator. Okay, so let's move on. Now, by the way, I don't recommend you to just go and whiz through all of the pairs, okay? Just like I said one more time, is that this should only occur on more major pairs, more popular pairs, okay? Exotic pairs, stay away. All right, one other example. Take a look. You see, over here, your stochastics is under on the oversold. Your RSI also matches the oversold. And then look at what happens in the market. It zooms all the way up. Okay. So you see the accuracy is right there. All right. We just have to be entering at the right time. You see another example over here. Oversold, oversold. And then what happens in the market? Goes zooming up. So a good potential entry for a buy order. Ah, all right. Some exciting stuff. Okay, a lot of people may get very excited because of this right here. You see oversold, but over here, do you see any oversold sections? No. Okay. Some traders will be jumping ahead of themselves and actually placing a potential buy order already just because the RSI is very near the oversold. I mean, for the people with a strong heart, go ahead, okay? But if you want to follow through 100% and making sure that you don't have much fake signals, okay? Stick with the plan, stick with the strategy. The whole plan is very simple. Oversold on the stochastics along with the oversold on the RSI would indicate a potential entry point for a buy. Now, in the case it's the other way around, example right here. See, stochastics on the overbought, and then you also have the RSI near or touching the overbought. Okay, then this is a potential good location. But guess what? If this looks like this, it's not good. It's not good for you. Okay, it's got to be in one line together. Okay. So over here, this is in one line together and it actually goes down, you see? But not all that much momentum as it sort of just waves around a certain channel, parallel channel. All right. So should we enter now? No. Okay. If we're going to be respecting 100% the strategy, then we don't actually enter. All right. Nope. CDJPY. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Take a look at this. This is something that I wasn't going to teach, but because we saw it here, I'm going to show it to you. You see over here, the stochastics, overbought. RSI, overbought. This is a good indication for a sell order. Now, in the case that we actually did enter into a sell, we would probably be entering around here. Okay? Now, we maybe made a little profit and you might have exited the market, but maybe you haven't entered yet. Now, for the educational example's sake, this is a great entry point. Why? Is because although this is back in history that we saw the overbought zones, okay, but then because the market actually came back, they're testing, okay, these indicators, and they're also testing these major areas of trading volume. All right, and it actually is either the same price range as when this indicator showed us the overbought zones. Okay, so it's a great time frame for us to actually enter into chasing this previous entry point. Don't do this all the time, okay? Just because the market looks like this is a great time frame to enter. So I will, just for educational purposes, be showing you guys, okay, the entry point. So I will be placing an order over here, and let's keep a track. All right, but this is not 100% accurate. It would have been better if we can see that right now. Overbought, and then you place a trade. That's much safer, okay? All right. We're almost done. Okay, let's take a look. AUDCAD. Now, this is what we're talking about. Okay, you see, RSI is challenging the overbought zone. Oversold zone. Okay, it's at 31 right now, or 30.5. Okay, and then the stochastics has already reached below the oversold zone. Now, if we are just trying to jump ahead into wanting to place a trade, okay, I will do it for you. So then you don't have to risk your potential money, okay? So what we will do is we'll enter into a trade now, because I'm sure after the end of today, it should be nearing this oversold zone. So let's actually place a buy. Just a reminder, this is actually purely for educational purposes only, okay? I'm not here to tell you to place a buy now. But what you should do is follow with me and follow along as seeing the end results of these trades. All right. Okay, we have just a few more pairs that we're looking at to see if they give us any potential signals. Wow. All right, take a look at this. Back in history. Okay, overbought. Great time frame for a sell. Now, is this a good time to actually enter into a sell? No, okay? Why is that? Because when we entered into a sell, we would have already entered around here, and this is way below, okay, our entry point. Now, it would be more of a higher risk to jump in to try to chase the previous entry point, okay? Now, maybe most of you guys would be thinking, but why did you chase the previous one? Well, because the previous one, it actually went above and beyond for our sell order, okay? We'll explain this more in our next sessions. Oh, no, we're not gonna ever check Euro NOK, okay? You see, these are more exotic pairs, then we're not gonna touch them anymore, all right? Okay, so for today, something super duper simple, okay? It's so simple that a lot of people don't even believe that this will be profitable, all right? Now, I would like you to try to play around with it. Try to get the hang of it, all right? Simple strategies is the best way to actually get started in learning how the market reacts, okay? And trading should be using the KISS methodology, okay? Keep it simple, smarty pants, right? All right, so quick review, and then I shall see you next time. 2 indicators for this strategy: the stochastics, the RSI, and the time frame must be on D1. How do you enter into a sell order? Right over here. When you see the stochastics and the RSI align overbought, then that's a great entry point for a potential sell order, proven by the market. All right, now, when is a good time for a potential buy order? Right over here. Okay, where your stochastics is on the oversold and matching along with the RSI on the oversold, okay, then this is a potential indication for a buy order. and proven through time, it will be profitable. Now, is this 100% accurate? No. Okay, there may be some fake signals, but there's another strategy where you can apply so that you can actually maximize your profitable level when such an error occurs in the analysis. Okay, or should I say fake out occurs in the analysis. All right, so anyways, that's about it for today's time frame. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Next week, we're going to actually go through a quick review and then we're going to add on to the strategy. So next week, you may be able to see more potential entry points and we get to see the end result of these trades that we have actually placed with this simple strategy. Perfect. Thank you guys for your time. And that is it for today.